We got a lot of work to do. They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done. They poison mental institutions and prisons all over the world, not just in South America, not just the 3 or 4 countries that we think about, but all over the world. They're coming into our country from Africa, from Asia, all over the world. They're pouring into our country. Nobody's even looking at them. They just come in. The crime is going to be tremendous. The terrorism is going to be, and then we built a tremendous piece of the wall.
Yeah, so once again, Donald Trump showing that my predictions that he would never read a book in his life, not true. He has read some. They were written by fascists, and he's using little notes that he took out of there to sprinkle into his stump speeches. So once again, the blood of the nation will be poisoned by these dirty foreigners who are coming in to make you sick and probably kill you. It's a message that we have heard from Donald Trump before, from other fascists before, here and outside of the United States as well. It is designed to get the followers of these wannabe dictators to not see migrants as fully American, certainly fully human even. That is the point. And he knows that because he's used this line before, a couple months ago. And at the time it was pointed out, this is just straight Nazi language. And he chose to use it again. He liked it so much, by the way, that he put it up on Truth Social after that speech. Once again, specifically poisoning the blood of our nation, and then implying that every migrant comes from prisons and mental institutions. Not, desperate people fleeing, in some cases, the inevitable outcome of American foreign policy over the past few decades. And so this is who he is. He knows that it's Nazi language. He knows that his fans like that it's Nazi language. Francesca, what do you make of it?
Yeah, he's got to one-up himself. I mean, yes, ultimately he is a Nazi. He is a white supremacist. He believes in this language, but he's Donald Trump, and he knows he's got to compete for headlines, and he can't just build the wall, or Muslim ban again. That stuff's old. No, we got to outdo ourselves. We got to outfash ourselves. We got to take the mask off even more, or put the hood on even tighter. And so you have this kind of language. And so it is simultaneously a very real call to effectively criminalize the mentally ill. That's super Nazi, right? Criminalize, of course, prisoners who've already been criminalized, but even more so, right? Say that these people are, they're discarded from society. They don't belong among us, right? They don't actually believe in, they're fundamentally backwards, right? That's part of all of that. And so he believes all that stuff, but he also knows that this is what, and again, we should be talking about this, but this is what, mainstream news is also gonna talk about. And so he is like sort of, hitting 2 birds with 1 stone in this case, and it's terrifying. We talked about Project 2025 on my show, The Bituation Room, recently, and it is, a Heritage Foundation, a right-wing think tank foundation, think tank that has laid out a plan to create Trump as a new Caesar, right, as a dictator, and he is leaning into that fully with this. And I don't know, John. I don't like. What else can we say, right? I think. Here's my question. I think this is attractive to his hardcore base, but I think to some, maybe they liked the idea that it wasn't fully out in the open. Just like people have been voting for Republicans for many, many decades. Those who paved the way for this.
100%. I think it depends on who you talk about. His base. I mean, if they wanted to demonstrate that they don't like this sort of thing, they've been provided with a few opportunities over the years. At this point, if you're still on the Trump train, it's because you like the stuff the conductor's barking at you. And this is what he has been saying, okay? And it reminds me, I was watching John Oliver from this weekend, and he was talking about Elon Musk, but he was showing video of Nick Fuentes talking to some other Nazi or whatever about how normalized white supremacy has become. That was focusing on Elon Musk's effect on it with what he's done to Twitter. But look at this. This is just Nazi white supremacist stuff. That's all it is. And we'll get annoyed by it. Everyone in media, understandably, will get annoyed by it. We'll talk about it. And he'll just keep doing it because there are no significant immediate consequences for it. The Republican Party is not going to turn against him. Chris Christie, as we'll show you, might criticize him, and then that's pretty much it. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.